We bought this wood cook stove probably 10, 15 years ago. I love cooking breakfast on it. It's such a beautiful way to start the day. And Curt always has the fire going before I get up.
I just can't imagine my life without animals and without taking care of animals. There's that sense of contentment I think some people get out of taking care of animals and doing it right, that it's really an unexplainable thing unless you've been a part of it. I see people sacrifice, being cold or miss parties or holidays, taking care of their animals. Their animals come first, and I don't think it's about profit in those situations. It's about this desire and need to take care of an animal. And I think the same thing happens with the general public with pets, because why would people in New York City have dogs in a very hard place to keep them? It's worth the effort and the trouble just to have that companionship, and that's kind of what ranching is all about. My mother tells me that I was riding horses before I was born, because when she was pregnant she'd ride, and then growing up in Helena, Montana, my grandfather was a horse trader and a cow trader, and so we'd get all the bad horses in the country, and since I was a little kid I got to try to fix that. And it just kind of stuck with me, and I just really like trying to take something that's doesn't maybe have the best mind or best attitude and change it around and making it something that's productive and good. So ever since the days of feeding with my grandpa like this, I've always tried to be real organized with my string. Nothing worse than having baling twine laying around the place. I actually like it when they run and buck and play a little bit when it's this cold. Come on. Come here, Possum. All right, we'll go break a little ice. This is my automatic watering system here from the Musselshell River. It's a really nice little spot. It's easy for them to get down to, and cows they like coming here and drinking. That'll do, dogs. Come here, dogs. Good girls. I base a lot of my thoughts on all livestock as getting a horse good to work with. That's real important. I just try to work with these guys in a way that they can learn from it every time and get better and kind of want to be around me. And like these guys are sticking their head in the barn door, they want to come see what we're all about. And it's real nice to have one that kind of hunts you up. The road I grew up on was Harmony Road, and I always thought that was kind of nice to try to live in harmony with things. And the thing that I find is it's what you learn after you know it all that counts. Now, as I'm starting to get more and more experience and more maturity, I'm really finding some of the things that I thought were really right, I'm learning that I can tweak them just a little bit and make them that much better. So even if you already know something and know how to do something, you can always tweak it to make it a little bit better. And I think that's when you start really getting some skills, when you get to that point. I hope. Got like an abscess in there or something. So there's a lot of reasons to ride a horse, but what I think of a horse, he becomes my legs. So if I can get my horse responsive and handy, well then he has become my legs, and I can work all day and not get tired. He can work all day and not get tired. I'm up where I can see better. It's just a real positive thing. Every time I ride this horse, he increases in value if I ride him right. Every time I ride a four-wheeler or use a machine, it decreases in value. Every time I work a foot, I get tired, so I like being a horseback. So this is kind of what makes this country. This is kind of the start of eastern Montana, I'll call it, and it's the plains. So you can see this grass sticking up through there, and when the wind blows, it'll blow a lot of this snow off, and it would allow the bison or allows cattle to graze. I can just imagine 1 million buffalo coming across this in the 1800s. A bunch of Native Americans and wolves and all those predators chasing them, and must have been something. I get the same feeling like when you're out in the ocean. It's just like right here, you can't see a human being or a house or nothing. It's just incredible, the vastness of this nature. This land has been sustained by grazing animals. If we don't have grazing animals, this doesn't work. The way we raise cattle now and the way we manage our grazing, we can look at what Mother Nature's provided us through time and history, replicate the good things and take away the bad things. That's what modern ranching is all about. The thing we got to remember is we have all this technology and all these fancy chutes and corral systems and facilities, but what we're talking about with cattle handling and stockmanship, it's been going on since biblical times. And something as old and traditional as that, it's amazing to me that we aren't a little bit better at it. And probably in biblical times they might have been better than we are, because they were with animals all the time. And that's what I keep coming back to, is getting the cowboy to be more of a stockman, but keeping the cowboy in the stockman.